I make mental health and holistic healing content here on this channel. And I also talk a lot about motivational content to help you live your best life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Today, we will be talking about something that I recently learned how to do and am still putting into practice to this day. To this day. And that is how to reclaim your power. Now, it's so easy for us to get so caught up in how other people think and feel about us, and think and feel about what we do, especially people that mean so much to us. And what we don't realize a lot of times is we allow those people to take away that power. We also allow things from our past to take away that power, insecurities, things that, we've held in, all of that good stuff. And we allow that to build within us and to shrink ourselves, and we end up shrinking ourselves and, taking away that power and that pride and that ego that is so important for us to grow. So my first tip to help you reclaim your power is to understand the roots of your insecurity. Ask yourself something. Is it other people's opinions that you worry about? Or is it stuff from your past that's that you've been holding on to, that you've been beating yourself up about, that makes you feel like you can't do something or get somewhere, or you should kind of shrink yourself in order to, not cause any trouble, or not, really get to where you truly can be and want to be. I want you to really ask yourself that question and really be honest with yourself. I had a hard time doing this. I am such an overachiever. I'm the type of person that if I don't know how to do something, I'm gonna figure out how to do it, and I'm still gonna do it anyway. And even if somebody tells me I can't do it, that's even more motivation for me to do it anyway. But I realized that was my only motivation. My only motivation was when other people told me that I couldn't do something, or when I was questioned about what I could do or how I could do it, versus understanding, okay, what is the underlying, why is this the one thing that will motivate me? Or why am I so insecure about how other people perceive what I can do? Like, why does that bother me so much? And so that was really getting to the root of that and understanding where those negative thoughts come from. Like, oh, I'm not too outspoken, I'm not too this. Like, no, like, sweetie, you can be whatever you want to be. Trust me. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter who your family is. It doesn't matter where you come from, how you grew up, what you've done. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Your power, your truth, your inner fire, that's all you, regardless of where you are in life. Negative mindsets are not things that just come naturally to us. They're usually things that are ingrained or told to us in different forms or aspects. And that can be from important people in our lives, or people in our lives, or things that we've heard, or ideals that we've come to think that we need to be like, and we end up putting ourselves in a bigger hole than we need to. Which is why it is so important to understand what causes those things and really get to the root of that problem so that you can start healing that. Because those are the things, your mindset is probably the one thing that will hold you back from anything. If you don't think you're gonna make it, if you don't think you're gonna survive, if you don't think that you're gonna be that entrepreneur, if you don't think you're gonna graduate college, if you don't think that you're gonna get that business, that house, that car, whatever, if you don't think you're gonna do it, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. It's not gonna be yours, because you've already ingrained that in your mindset and you've already put that energy out into the universe. So now all the universe hears is, you're not gonna get a car. You're not gonna get this. That's all they hear. That's all they know. So understand that your mindset, the way that you think, needs to align with who you are. Which leads into my second point, which is to know your values. Now, I don't care if Tracy down the street thinks that the color purple is ugly. If you like the color purple, forget about what Tracy thinks. Your values are important. regardless of if it's, you need to make sure that you go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night. Somebody else can think it's lame, somebody else somebody else can think it's stupid. Okay, whatever. Those are your values. If you value a partner that nurtures your feelings and nurtures your emotions, and you have somebody you may be talking to or in a relationship with that's like, oh, you're sensitive. No, those are just things that you value. Those are things that are important to you. Things that are important to you are not always important to everybody else. And that's okay, I promise. That was a really big thing for me. I realized that I used to value other people's opinion way too much, like way too much. I would constantly ask people, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Should I do this? Should I do that? Am I this? Am I that? Like I would go to other people to understand myself. What do you enjoy? What do you like to do? What are you interested in? What do you need from a partner? What do you need from a friend, a coworker, your family member, your mom? What do you need? Those are the things that you value. Those are the things that are important to you. And knowing and understanding those things are one of the top things that you need in order to reclaim your power back. Because once you stand in that and stay true to your values and understanding this is what I need and not settling, that's where your growth comes from. That's how you really get to the place where you want to be. Because no matter what anybody else has to say, no matter what anybody else thinks, you know what your values are, your mindset's in the right direction, and you know regardless, I'm gonna get what I need because you have the power to do so, because you just reclaimed your power. And my last and final tip is something that we've been talking about the entire video, which is forget about everybody else. Forget about your mama, forget about your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your next cousin, your friend, your best friend, your partner, all of them. They don't, whatever they think about what you want to do, about how you feel, about any of that, block it out. It's gone. Forget about it. The reason that I say this is that I'm not saying that their opinions aren't valuable. I'm not saying that their opinions aren't worth your time. What I am saying is that you cannot allow how other people perceive what you're trying to do, what you're trying to build, who you want to become. You cannot let that block your blessings. You can't. If you want to go and be an entrepreneur and your family thinks, oh, you can't really do that. You know, it's not really a safe route. It's not something that's like, you know, like guaranteed or anything like that. Like that's not, you know, it's not something I think you can really do. And they come to you and say that to you. Don't let that stop you. That's what I mean. Don't let that stop you. If you have your mind on something, set on something, and that's something that you want to do, go for it. Your power does not come from worrying about what everybody else perceives what you're doing to be. If you want to post a picture half naked and you think it's cute, post the picture half naked and still think it's cute. Everybody can come up under and be like, oh, you look like this, you look like that, oh, you this, oh, you that. Okay, good for them. But you have to build that mindset, first thing we talked about, and know your values, second thing we talked about, in order to get to this point where you're just like, bump everybody else. Because again, no one is living your life. No one is living your life but you. You are the person living your life. Your mama ain't gotta live your life. When she passes away, who's gonna be left to live your life? You are. It's up to you. It's up to you to live the desire, to live in your truth. Live in your truth. Live in your divine power. You have it in you. And it doesn't make you arrogant. It doesn't make you egotistical. It doesn't make you any more, it doesn't make you a bad person to be selfish sometimes. I'm not saying go out here and be like, everybody else is ugly, I'm cute, all that good. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Obviously, yes, don't do that. That's when it becomes a bad thing. But you honestly loving, hey, I love who I am. Or, hey, I have this thing that I want to do. Everybody else tells me that I can't do it, and I'm still going to do it anyway. That's where your power is, sweetie. Living in your truth, living in your power, understanding and knowing, all right, this is what I want, or these are the things that I need. you can't give that to me. So because you can't give that to me, or because you're not living my life, I'm going to manifest that and I'm going to attract that to myself so that I can live the desired life that I want to live. Bump what everybody else gotta think about it. They don't matter in the situation. This is your life, yours, and it's all yours. And the greatest thing about you having your own life is that you are the master creator of it. Do you know that? Like, yes, everything's divine timing. Yes, things are supposed to happen the way they're supposed to happen, but you put out the energy, you put out the intention that you want to receive. And that comes from you and knowing your values, understanding your mindset, healing that shadow side of you, healing those demons, and not worrying about what anybody else got to say about it. I want to thank you guys again for tuning into my second video. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I want you guys to comment down below one thing that makes you feel real confident. And whether it's an outfit, whether it's taking a picture, whatever. What is that one thing, that one outfit, that one food, man, them shoes that you put on, whatever it is. What is the one thing that helps you feel confident? I want to thank you guys again for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. And make sure to remember our 3 points. Fix your mindset, work on that shadow work, know your values, and stand by your values. And don't worry about what anybody else got to say about it. All right, I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.